Hi, and welcome to Back to School Night 2020 style. So, I'm Mrs. Ayala, and this is grade 6 science. So, I'm going to start off here with the presentation. Okay, this is just a collage of some of the activities that I'm involved here with Clifton. Of course, I'm a science teacher, and along with that and through that, I have done traveling with students. We've gone to the Galapagos Islands, which is one of my highlight trips ever. And I've also been involved with traveling with our robotics team. And also, I started the cross country team here, the Human Highlighters, and I coach girls basketball. So I get all my energy from students. So the more I can be around them, the happier I am. So I am number 9 in a family of 16 children. And yes, if you were sitting in front of me, the invariable question would be, is it the same mom and dad? And I'd have to say yes. And they're still married. So that's even something more. So out of that family, 8 of us are teachers. And we talk about that during family reunions. It's like having professional development because we have everything from Montessori preschool teachers to elementary school teachers to middle school teachers to high school teachers and even college professors. So I think the way we grew up in this big pack really made us feel comfortable in a group. And we grew up as natural teachers because we were always in charge of younger siblings. And another thing I know about growing up in my family is with that many children running around, my parents were strict parents, but we always knew that we were loved. And I hope that I bring some of that to my classroom where the kids understand that I do have high expectation, but I really do care about my students. I am missing live students tremendously right now, but we will make the best of this. Okay, for your 6th graders, this is a list of what we will be covering first and second semester. And I'm hoping we can get back in the class to actually get their hands on a microscope, but they will be building cell models, and I have some sort of art projects that they can do at home during asynchronous time, such as building a model or using plant cells to make an animal. You'll hear more about that from them. And we go into body systems and heredity. And the second semester, we come back with the environment and genetic influences. We get into weather, climate, and energy, as well as earth and human activity. Recommended supplies. Well, I wish I could grant you all super strong, reliable internet, but we make do daily with the limitations that some of us have, including me. There are times when the teacher's internet isn't that good, but we will power through. So at the very minimum, if your student can come to class with a spiral notebook that's dedicated just to science, and they should have a pencil ready to write things down, whether it's passwords, usernames. There's so many learning platforms. And also, if they just have a question, they can write down while they're waiting for me to get to them. Sometimes, often at this age, a student will forget their question because it takes a while for the teacher to get to them. So it's a great habit to get into, to have a notebook in front of you to write down your question. And that way they can email me, or they can type it out in the chat, or they could wait for me to get around to them. As far as the course expectations go, I'm not going to read all this to you. I'll let you pause this video and read it at your leisure. But please know that my number 1 rule is safety in science, followed by respect. And that covers most things. But what you see here are the expectations in Zoom. And this is how we break down the grades. And again, feel free to pause it here if you want to look at the percentages for each grading category. My discipline policy is outlined here. And I'm hoping that you understand that I'm on your team. We are a team of adults together trying to help students forward through these treacherous years of middle school, but we are here to guide them and to teach them. And this is my email. And I would love if you would please email me if you prefer that your student leave their camera off during class. I fully understand that during these times, there may be family circumstances that play a role here. And I personally like to verify student identity when their camera is on, so I don't admit somebody wrong from the waiting room. My preference is, of course, that students leave their cameras on during class, but I will absolutely, I repeat, I will absolutely respect your wishes as the parent or guardian. So with that, I will say go Cubs. And because I was born and raised in Seattle, go Hawks.